Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, members, everybody who's spoken tonight and everybody who will speak tonight. I wanted to come down here and just offer my perspective, and we'll couch it with that it's just my perspective. I don't feel I have the right to speak, certainly as a victim of crime or as a racial minority. But as some of you know, when I'm not here as a legislator, I'm a deputy district attorney for Eagle County. And I'm not that experienced. I certainly have never prosecuted a murder case or a death penalty case, of course. But the reason why I took that job and why I still continue to do that job is for victims. It's fighting for victims, it's defending victims, and it's making sure that justice is applied. And we've heard some tragic and graphic details at the well tonight, and I just want to make it clear that just because somebody votes to repeal the death penalty does not mean they don't believe that those victims deserve justice. And it's not our place, just because somebody votes for this bill, doesn't mean that those individual victims should feel that that killer not be put to death. I don't think that's any of our places to render judgment if we haven't been in that situation. I've heard from constituents on both sides of this issue. One of them is my mom. Her father was killed as a victim of crime when she was 10 years old. So I never met my grandfather, and that wasn't a death penalty case. But she's telling me to not vote for this bill because she remembers her mother crying and wishing that that person would die. But he got jail. He went to prison. But as an attorney, and as a legislator, I believe in the words that are above the United States Supreme Court that say equal justice under law. Those 4 words. And the reason why I'm going to vote yes on this bill is because of that first word, equal. And my colleague from Larimer County brought up an example that I brought up in Judiciary Committee, but I'd just like to fully flesh it out here for everybody. I represent Eagle County. One of the towns in Eagle County is the town of Basalt, and you can all be seated, thank you. Is Basalt. The county line of Eagle County and Pitkin County runs right through the town of Basalt on Two Rivers Road, and it actually runs right through the middle of a 7-Eleven, right through the middle of the store. And because of the system we have in Colorado, those 2 county lines mean the difference between 2 judicial districts. On the Eagle County side, the district attorney in that judicial district would never pursue the death penalty under any circumstances. The district attorney on the other side in the 9th district, when you're in Pitkin County, could pursue the death penalty. That means you could commit the exact same murder on one side of the 7-Eleven and not ever have the threat of the death penalty, and then go over to the other side of 7-Eleven and commit the exact same murder, and you could face the death penalty. That is not equal justice. When we have a system like that in Colorado, we need to take note of it. And I believe that somebody who commits a heinous murder should spend the rest of their life in prison, and that's the system we have. The prosecutors we heard in the Judiciary Committee said, if somebody has committed first-degree murder, I can prove it. I don't need the death penalty as part of the plea bargaining. I would never hold that above somebody's head. And in fact, one of the district attorneys said that's unethical for them to do. First-degree murderers will spend the rest of their life in prison, and I believe that that is justice. And if we cannot have a system where it's equal justice with the death penalty, then we're not living up to our oath as attorneys or as legislators. So with that, I rise in support of Senate Bill 100.